Hello everybody, welcome to the first Trot Talk of 2017-18. The goal behind these Trot Talks is just to have a little behind the scene on what's going on at Elkhorn High School that maybe it's not, you can see all the time. As parents, I'm sure you see the product, but how do we get to the why behind those things? So today's first Trot Talk, I just want to talk a little bit about this buzzword of college and career readiness. It's been out there, you're hearing a variety of stakeholder groups talking about it. Really as how do we create a pipeline from schools, whether it's high school, technical college, or universities, directly to the to employers. And so this buzzword of college and career readiness really still silos it into two separate. And here at Elkhorn Area High School, we're really trying to talk about post-secondary readiness. And we've really worked hard, we haven't perfected it, but we really worked hard to try and create this systemic, personalized approach for kids and adults. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what that looks like here at Elkhorn Area High School. So the first thing we did is 3 years ago, is we asked ourselves, why do we exist? What's our core purpose? And we came right to this idea of college and career readiness. And as I just shared with you, we're trying to merge those into one idea of post-secondary readiness. Because sometimes a 4-year university isn't the right choice for everybody based on your career choice. 2-year may be better. It all varies, or maybe a 4-year is better. I mean, so it kind of just varies, and we just want to get to the heart of making sure we're creating that pipeline and we're giving kids all the skills, tools to be successful at whatever they choose. So let's talk about what does that look like here systemically at Elkhorn Area High School, and I'm just going to highlight a couple of them. So the first one is our academic career planning model. One main part of that is our 9th and 11th grade counseling, where our school counselors sit down, parents and students, and talk about what is your plan, what is your program of study, what's your pathway. And we've started to really add to that in our Monday homerooms, our grade level homerooms, by once a month, twice a month, bringing in the tool of career cruising and actually creating a curriculum where students are starting to dig a little deeper into their interest inventory, what their pathway looks like, what careers are out there. So that's occurring, and that's just a little snapshot of that academic career planning model. The second thing is we're trying to engage and expand students in career-based learning experiences. So that title just means what it means. Basically, students are working with our local business partners, getting jobs, getting credit, and we're trying to get them an authentic experience in one of their programs of study, i.e. their pathway. So right now we have youth apprenticeship. So if you're ever interested, see Mrs. Peller, your school counselor. That's sponsored by the Department of Public Instruction. DPI also offers a co-op program, and we're remodeling some of our work to have some internal opportunities, some local decisions where we can get kids into internships or job shadows. So look more for that information coming out soon. The third piece is we're trying to get students engaged. So whether it's a career technical student organization, those are called CTSOs, and an example of those are DECA, HOSA, FFA, Skills USA, FCCLA, a lot of letters there and acronyms or abbreviations. Those, we're trying to get more students involved in those, and we're just trying to get students engaged, period, whether it's a co-curricular, athletic event. We know students who are engaged, especially in something that's within their career pathway or program of study, have a greater chance of success, and we know basically when students are engaged, they perform better academically. The next thing is really having a strong academic core, and that's really the heart of it. You know, our core teachers have contact with every kid for their first 3 to 4 years, and we have to have a rigorous core that's post-secondary ready. And right now our focus is really aligning our curriculum, instruction, assessment to skill-based. So what are the skills we're teaching kids that are applicable for any career or post-secondary choice they make? So we're working on that. So if you see some of that coming across, when you talk to your kids, either verbally or in their assignments, just know that's where we're going. And then the last thing, which is new this year, is our employability skills rubric. We use that to give students and parents feedback on a set of benchmarks and competencies to show that these students are moving towards being employer ready. That rubric was remodeled from the Department of Public Instruction's youth apprenticeship rubric. And your student received feedback on their grades. You see that in your child's report card last week, so we're doing it every 6 weeks. This is not going on their transcript. This is not being reported out. This is not for value. It's just a feedback piece. And then lastly, we've added this to our system. We've added this kind of culminating activity that we're calling Readiness Day on November 8th. And how are we going to engage students? We just wanted to carve out one day where we could really be intentional about post-secondary readiness and create some options that are difficult for everyone's busy schedule to have an opportunity to experience. So on that day, all 9th through 11th graders for free of charge will take the practice ACT. They'll get their scores back. I'll send you a letter that has their scores on it and gives you some basic interpretation of what their scores mean as it relates to becoming post-secondary ready. And then for the seniors, we're creating a menu of options. And you're either going to fall in one of two categories if you're a senior. You're either going to experience some post-secondary options externally or internally. And externally is outside of our buildings, which need to be approved, and the form needs to be the attendance approval form needs to be picked up at the attendance office and returned to Mrs. Sturkin, signed by you and your child. And the external opportunities are going to be a job shadow or a college visit. We just want to carve time out and say, here's a day where you can do these things, because it's tough. It's tough with everyone's busy schedule. Internally, our students are going to sign up through a Google form, which was sent to them yesterday. They can either A, take the ASVAB, which is a military placement test that technical colleges and employers use. B, they can take the UW Systems Placement Practice Test for English and Math. So that's important to students and parents. So when it comes placement time at UW, whatever school you attend, that you're ready for that placement test, so you're not taking classes, remedial courses, or courses you don't need and paying for them. So that's really the why behind that. Or the other option is you're going to have kind of a post-secondary planning day. And that's where students will be able to, with help from our counselors, English teachers, to research and finalize their college application, FAFSA, learn about scholarships, write their college essay, just a plethora of different opportunities. And then those internal students, that'll be their morning. Then in the afternoon, there'll be a career panel with our local business partners talking about what they look for in future employers. So we can really connect all the work so students can start seeing how they create this portfolio of readiness for post-secondary success. And then at the end of the day, all those business partners, including local technical colleges and our military, trying to get a real breadth of post-secondary partners, will be able to interact one-on-one and hopefully either start talking to those individuals about potential jobs, maybe even get hired, variety of options. So that's kind of an overview of what we do here at Elkhorn for post-secondary success and college career readiness. I wanted to give you a little snapshot into all the things we're trying to do, and then also just inform you about our November 8th Readiness Day. You'll be getting additional information, which is already posted on our website and our social media accounts, and I'll be sending something directly to you very shortly via email. Thank you very much, and have a great weekend.